welcome to Hobbs Field in the KVKL Kickball League Championship game. My name is Mike Anderson. With me, of course, Jason Cougar Huang. And we are bringing the championship game of Happy Shirt, the #1 seed, against the #6 seed, Red Lion Tavern. Now, for analysis of both of those teams, I'm going to turn to Cougar right now. Cougar, Happy Shirt, undefeated throughout the year,
Yes.
once again the #1 seed.
Yes.
Why are they probably favored in this game?
Because they've done it before. This is the 7th time they've made to the KVKL Championship game in the 11th year of their existence. They're, the most mentally tough, most heady, most ready team there is. They play for moments like this.
Sure.
And that's why they're always here, especially #1 seeds and several seasons being undefeated seasons, including once in 2009 where they completed the perfect season, winning their 2nd championship game.
Now, give me a reason then for the 6th seed Red Lion coming in. Give me a reason why they might pull the upset.
Because they have nothing to lose. This is their first time the Red Lion Tavern has made it to the championship game in their, I believe, their over 10 years existence. They're a seasoned team, and they've played against a team like Happy Shirt before. Last year, they only lost 10-9 in week 5 of the game of the week last year over here at Hobbs. So they know Happy Shirt very well, not only last year, but previous contests as well. Also of note for both teams, the first time in KVKL Championship history that males on both sides of the championship game teams are over 30 years old.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not for the young guns, it's for the seasoned veterans for the males.
What's really cool is we have 2 really savvy teams. We also have 2 really old teams and historic teams when it comes to KVKL Kickball League. Now, give me some names from each side that could be possible MVP candidates that we should watch for tonight. So let's start with Happy Shirt.
With Happy Shirt, oh wow, there are several out there. But let's go with the ones that maybe the X factors there. The 2 new additions from last year or the year before. It's Adam Brazel, that plays catcher. He was there, now his 2nd year. Another new addition is Chris Ford, who plays left field, who came over from Loveguard. It's a great addition. Chris Ford having championship experience, already has 2 championships with Loveguard back in 04 and 07. So they keep piling on. They're just awesome players, not only talented, but savvy as well.
What about Red Lion? Who's a name we should watch out for?
A name to watch out for, there's a couple of notes. That would be Brandon Massey, who just joined the team, I think it's the 2nd year, who knows this team against Happy Shirt very well. In the 08 and 09, 2008, 2009, lost to Happy Shirt, was then Jayhawk Gary Peter Pitt in the championship game in the finals. Another one is Jared Lyons. Even though I think he's at the age of 40, he's one of the fastest players in the league. He plays center field. And once he puts the ball in play, I mean, it is hard to get him out from home to first and run around the bases. Those are 2 of note.
Sure, well, you're going to want to stay with us. You're going to see some amazing kickball coming up. #6 seed against the #1 seed. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the starting lineups right after this. The KVKL Championship Game, brought to you by Happy Shirt and these sponsors. All right, welcome. You're looking at Hobbs Field in the KVKL Kickball League Championship Game. Happy Shirt against Red Lion. Coming up, Red Lion, there's catcher Brandon Massey. Now, if you're unfamiliar with kickball and the rules, don't worry. We're going to be explaining to you throughout this telecast what everything is. Basically, it's the softball rules. You have 10 people in the field, and if you get hit with the ball, you are out as long as it hit below the head. Massey, center field, tough play for the 2nd baseman, makes it, and we've got 1 out here in the top of the 1st. That'll bring up Nick Lerner in the left field there for Red Lion as we get a little firework action right on here.
Yeah, the 2nd one so far this season. I'm feeling it'll be there all night long.
Nick Lerner, a bunter. Steve throws it to first, and it's safe call at first. And Nick Lerner will be our first base runner this evening. You can see that white line on the field. That is what's called the bunt line. You cannot cross that line until the ball's been kicked. Bunting is a huge part of kickball. You'll probably see it a lot tonight. That'll bring up Jared Linz, the center fielder. One of the speedier players in KVKL with 1 on and 1 out. Nicole Culbertson is your pitcher. for Happy Shirt, undefeated coming into this game. And the kick, just foul. You get 4 fouls in KVKL. 4th foul, of course, you are out. There are no balls, there are no strikes. You can take as many pitches as you want, and you can tell the pitcher how you want it. You can see the catcher there, Adam Brazel, standing right on that line. He cannot move, of course, till the ball has been kicked. And the kick. Little pop up to first. He throws it to first, and a double play for Happy Shirt. So we'll head to the bottom of the first. 0-0. We will see Happy Shirt for the first time kick away after this. The Ka Valley Kickball League Championship game on WOW 6, brought to you by Happy Shirt and these sponsors. Well, we get our first look here at Happy Shirt in the bottom of the first inning. Their leadoff man, Adam Brazel, is up to kick. Adam is a left-footed kicker. Probably be looking to bunt here to get on. Very good bunter and line drive kicker. The kick, foul ball was called by the home plate umpire, I believe. That's a foul ball because his plant foot was above the line, above home plate, or in front of home plate, and therefore it's called a foul ball, and that will be his first foul. Pitching for Red Lion, Troy Pomeroy. We'll throw it in there. There's the bunt. Troy will make the play to first, and first out here in the bottom of the first. So both teams having a tough time getting their opening kicker on base, which is a huge part of KVKL.
Oh, absolutely.
Got to get that lead runner on. That'll bring up John Peach, the left fielder. Number 82, slow roll there to Peach, and he'll kick away. A little bunt. Troy, the throw to first is hit him. Of course, if it hits you, you're out. And kickball, as long as it's below the neck, that's exactly what happened.
It's a lucky play there. There by Troy Pomeroy on that throw is off the line, couldn't get to Aaron Hensley, but luckily for Red Lion, it hit the back of left leg for John Peach for the second out.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Chris Ford. Cougar mentioned him, formerly of Love Garden, now of Happy Shirt, looking to get another title to his mantle. The kick, beautiful kick there to the shortstop, and we'll have our first base runner for Happy Shirt. As Chris Ford will make his way to first base with 2 out, that'll bring up Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, normally a right fielder, though, injuring a right wing. We probably will see him only play in the outfield, in the field, that is, for 1 inning.
My understanding, he broke his right wrist. Is that correct? First inning? I think that's what I've been told. He broke his right wrist.
Impressive.
Absolutely.
Kick away, just foul. We'll do it again. Of course, you get 4 fouls. Andy Dalton's coming up. 2 out, 1 on. Happy Shirt looking to strike first here in this championship game here at beautiful Hobbs Field. Taken all the way. You got to be choosy in this championship game, Cougs.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And the kick, beautiful slicing kick in the right field gap. Chris on his horse, he'll make it to third. And a beautiful kick by Andy. It'll be a first and third with 2 down. That'll bring up Tyler Drussel, their shortstop. He was known for keeping a towel in his waist. The only person to do so in KVKL history.
It's not the only. There's still people that still put towel on their waist. Not myself, of course.
Oh, kick to third base, too hot to handle. And there'll be bases loaded for their big kicker, Steve Harder.
It's a real easy play there for Todd Foster, the third baseman for Red Lion. Uncharacteristic for a solid third baseman for Red Lion. So bases low, yep, you're right, for Steve Harder.
Steve Harder's a big kicker for Happy Shirt. He'll come up with bases juice, as they say, and he'll kick away. Right side, and he'll get through. It'll score 1, possibly score 2. On his way, Andy Dalton home, and he'll score. Now we've got runners at first and third, and still 2 out, and Happy Shirt does what Happy Shirt does. Clutch kicking to the gaps, Cougar.
That's a great job by Harder to find the gap in between Sarah Weasel at second and Aaron Hensley at first. A little too hot-handed for Chris Neverby trying to get the ball through, allowing Andy Dalton, with that broken right wrist, to score from second base.
Nicole Culbertson will come up then for Happy Shirt with 2 out and runners at the corners. She scores the pitcher for Happy Shirt. And the pitch. Kicking to the back to pitcher Troy. He'll throw to first, and that'll be it for Happy Shirt. But the damage has been done. They will score 2 and lead this game 2-0 going in the top of the second. Don't go anywhere. And we're back, and the first play is in time for Happy Shirt. Redline Chris Neverby. And we'll make it the first out.
It's a great play by Tyler Russell, first base. He doesn't throw those liners anymore, so he does those bounce passes that are maybe a little bit slower, but they're more accurate.
Aaron Hensley, the first baseman for Redline, will be bunting the first pitch, and he will make it safely to first. And Redline will have 1 on with 1 out. That'll bring up Todd Foster, their third baseman. Happy Shirt coming into this game with new uniforms, I might add, which makes sense because they are Happy Shirt. And we want to mention too that Happy Shirt is a proud sponsor of this KVKL championship game right here on Channel 6. We want to help them for all they do, or thank them rather, and for the sponsoring tonight's game. One of our many great sponsors. Happy Shirt. Head on over to Happy Shirt if you need a shirt printed, if you want something cool, want something hip, want something now, Cougar. It's over at Happy Shirt. And the kick. Beautiful kick up the middle. We'll have runners on first and second with 1 out. That'll bring up Troy Pomeroy, the pitcher for Red Lion, looking to do some damage and get those runs back that they lost in the bottom of the first.
He's one of several players of Red Lion who kicks left-footed. So some southpaws there for the Red Line Tavern.
Taking all the way in the first pitch is Troy. And we got 2 on and 1 out in the top of the second. Red Line looking to put up their first points of the game. And the kick, beautiful lace kick there. Chris Ford will throw it in a second, not in time, and we'll have the bases juiced. Bases loaded with 1 out for Shauna. Shauna Trebach, their shortstop. Looks like they're talking to her now. Nick Lerner and a couple of the captains at Red Line are talking to her. A little strategy of what they want to do with bases loaded and 1 out.
Ideally, she want to try and kick a grounder to go past the pitcher in the mini diamond.
Happy Shirt playing in for her. Outfielders are off the grass. Happy Shirt, of course, puts their customary female right on the first base bunt line. And they will crowd Shauna. Intimidating look there, all those new jerseys too. And the kick. They'll let it go foul, and that'll be her first.
And it's a dicey play there by Kayla Schiller playing a short rover at second base. She can either let it go for go foul, or she knows she can play right there. She can go and throw it to Adam Brazel for the force out at home.
And the pitch to Sean, taking again. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the second. Red Lion and Happy Shirt. And the kick. In the gap, should be caught by Colt. The throw to home will not be in time. Brazel will throw it to third, not in time. Pomeroy will make it to second, and Red Lion has their first run of the game. Foster will go to third. Pomeroy will go to second. And that'll bring up Emily Limpick on their rover. She'll come up with 2 on and 2 out and first base open here, Cougar.
Yeah, I think the strategy here for Happy Shirt is that they're not going to throw the first and they're going to take the shirt out.
And the kick to shortstop, Tyler Drussel. The throw to first, Peach at first is in time, and a big out there by Tyler. But they get 1 back. Does Red Lion, so we'll head to the bottom of the second. Happy Shirt 2, Red Lion 1. Bottom of the second now. Colt Rolfingsmeyer will be up. Sharp kick to shortstop, and he will be on to the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Kayla Schiller, their rover. 1 on and nobody out. In the bottom of the second, up 1 run. And the bunt, the throw, no throw, the tag done by the catcher, Brandon. And that'll get the first out here in the bottom of the second.
That's a good play there by Kayla Schiller to move the runner on a sacrifice bunt towards the first base line, allowing Court Rolfingsmeyer to go to second base.
That'll bring up Brianna Kester, their second baseman, with Colt on second and one out. Brianna Kester, I have it here that she's entering dental school tomorrow.
Oh my.
And the kick fouled on the third base line. So she'd definitely like to start dental school with a championship under her belt.
So she'll be the profession that not many people like. So.
True.
I don't like that stuff. No offense, Brianne.
Brianna and the kick should. Nick Lerner's there, your tech savvy realtor. And he'll catch it for the second out here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Mike Urish, owner of Happy Shirt.
Yep.
And also their first baseman, along with Paul Peach. 2 out, 1 on here for Mike. He might be looking to bunt here, Cougar, with the top of the order coming up next.
Looking to move the runner for Court. Yeah, most likely he's going to attempt to bunt towards first base line.
And the pitch. There's the bunt. The throw to first is not in time. Court will make it to third, and Mike is on at first. That'll bring up the top of the order now for Happy Shirt, Adam Brazel, who's 0 for 1 in today's game.
Kind of quandary for Todd Fox at third base. He could either A, just hold on to the ball and not allowing Colt Rolfensmeyer to go to third, or if he's sure he could yours at first to make the throw, but he could not make it in time.
Brazel trying to go down the third base line, which he just fouled.
And that's what Brazel does as a left foot kicker. He always likes to slice the opposite field towards the third base line.
And the pitch. 2 out here. And 2 on for Happy Shirt, looking to add to their 2-1 lead in the bottom of the second inning. Adam Brazel, the leadoff man for Happy Shirt, taking all the way. Again, if you just tune in, you can take as many pitches as you want in KVKL kickball. There are no balls, there are no strikes. You get 4 fouls and you're out. Kick, beautiful kick, and it is! Oh, what a great catch. Saved a run for sure. And that'll do it for the second inning. No runs, 2 left on, and we'll head to the third inning. 2-1, Happy Shirt. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to the KVKL Championship game featuring the number 1 seed Happy Shirt and the number 6 seed Red Lion Tavern. Happy Shirt leading 2-1 heading into the third inning. Now it's kind of a little deja vu here, Cougar. Happy Shirt has been undefeated the last 2 years coming into this championship game and lost both championship games.
That is true. This is like 2, I believe, 4 times that they've been undefeated. Like I said, and only once have they completed the perfect season. That was back in 2009.
Sarah Weasel is up for Red Lion.
And Sarah made that great play from the previous inning to that rover position make that catch.
By Steve Hart, the throw to first, Paul Peach in time will be the first out here in the top of the third. That'll bring up Joey McDonald?
No, it's Ben
or
Hutnick.
Ben Hutnick. They're of course switching in the 11 kicker slot. You can switch kickers in the same slot. Red Lion kicking from 11 slots. And the kick over Tyler's head. Nice little boot there in the center field. Colt Rolfingsmeyer throws it into second. And Red Lion will have their first base runner here in the third inning. That'll bring up the top of the order of Red Lion, Brandon Massey, their catcher, who's 0 for 1 in today's game. So Happy Shirt, again, we've said it, comes into this game undefeated for the 3rd year in a row. Looking to change their fortune, though, that they've lost the championship game the last 2 years. Red Lion, of course, hoping to continue that streak of championship losses for Happy Shirt.
Yeah, believe it or not, you know, this is like the 7th championship game appearance for Happy Shirt, and they've only won 2 of them. So they're 2 and 4 in championship games.
Brandon Massey, big boot down the line, just foul. And we'll do it again.
As I mentioned, you know, Brandon Massey knows Happy Shirt very well. He played 2 teams, 2008, 2009, for First Blood / Sun Creations as a runner-up, losing to Happy Shirt in the championship game. Then was Jayhawk Guttering and Pita Pit.
Brandon Massey and the kick. Hit by Steve Harder, not enough to catch it. The throw, not in time. Oh, he won't throw it. Upset with himself is Steve. And Massey will be on this first hit of the evening.
Tough play there by Steve Harder at third base. Almost has mitts on it, but just got beyond his reach. It got through his hands and couldn't get the ball in time to get Ben Hartnick at second base.
That'll bring up Nick Lerner, your Tech Savvy Realtor, one of the sponsors for today's game. And the kick just fouled there on the left field line.
And this is the 5th championship game appearance for Nick Lerner. 2 championships with Love Garden, 2004 and 2007.
In a little while, he'll come up bunting. Hits Adam Brazel a little bit on the way to throw to third. Not in time. And Red Lion with their first big threat here. Besides the second inning, first big threat, they've got bases loaded and only 1 out. That'll bring up Jared Linz, their center fielder, the quick one, with 1 out. Happy Shirt playing him pretty deep as court there in center field.
And rightfully so. He is not only is he very fast, but a cannon of the leg that can boot it very far.
The boot. Tyler catches it at shortstop, and no one advances. Huge out there for Happy Shirt.
Huge out indeed. That's the best case scenario for Jared Linz. They kick it out in the outfield, but that wasn't deep enough. Easy play for Tyler Drussel, not allowing Ben Hartnick to advance home plate.
Chris Nevervee caught the dirt before the ball. Pop up, easy catch for Tyler. And the threat has been neutralized. 3 left on, no runs scored, and the score still remains 2-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning right here in the KVKL championship game. The Ka Valley Kickball League championship game on WOW 6. Brought to you by Happy Shirt and these sponsors. Welcome to Hobbs Field in the bottom of the 3rd inning. John Peach coming up. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. Happy Shirt leading 2-1 in this championship game. Taking his Peach.
And the first thing about John Peach while he's taking these pitches from Troy Pomeroy is his 5th season with Happy Shirt has yet to win a championship.
Nice bunt. The throw to first is in time. Good call there by Nick Cotton. Looking fashionable as the first base umpire. So again, for Happy Shirt, they cannot get the lead runner on. And that'll bring up Chris Ford with nobody on and 1 out. Again, an interesting matchup here for this championship game. 2 teams where all the males are above 30 years of age. 2 members from Happy Shirt are above 40, and 1 person on Red Lion is also above 40. So 2 veteran teams, been around for a long time in KVKL. It's like seeing 2 original 6 members play for the Stanley Cup. Chris Ford, nice boot there left field, and he'll be on. That's sort of what he does. Finds a way, and that'll bring up Andy Dalton, who is 1 for 1 in today's game with a run scored. One on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Nice little slow roller to Andy. He'll go right up the middle. Should be an easy play at second, and it is. Chris Ford is out at second. And Andy is in there with a fielder's choice.
Nice little easy play there by Sarah Weasel. Now playing at shortstop. They flip it over for the easy out.
Tyler Drussel, the shortstop, 1 for 1 in today's game with a single. Will come up with 2 out and 1 on. Looking to add to their lead in the early stages of this championship game. And on the boot. Right field will be foul. And we'll do it again. Once again, I want to thank Happy Shirt for being the title sponsor for this wonderful game. And for the new uniforms that Happy Shirt is indeed wearing. They're breaking out for the first time these uniforms ever. We'll see if it's a jinx or not. Tyler Drussel bunting a beautifully placed bunt. Doesn't get much better than that. Now we'll have runners on first and second with 2 out. Steve Harder's 1 for 1 in today's game. Had a single in the first inning. And that big first for Happy Shirt.
The 2 RKIs there for the 2 runs for Happy Shirts.
Steve Harder, the third baseman for Happy Shirt. 2 on, 2 out, and the kick is going to find a huge gap there. Let's see if they send Andy. They will. Tyler on his way to third, and he'll make it into third. And the run scores. That'll be the second run for Andy Dalton. Tyler will end up at third, and Steve again another RKI to add to his total with a nice single.
That's a great kick there. Much like the very first inning, Harder to kick over the second baseman into right field to allow Dalton to score once again.
That'll bring up Jen Naromi. Their extra kicker. Kick to left field, easy play for Nick Lerner. He'll make it, and that will be the third out. A little bit of damage has been done, though. They'll add 1 to their tally. They now lead this game 3-1. We'll head to the 4th inning right here, beautiful Hobbs Field. And welcome back. The action continues here in the top of the 4th. Aaron Hensley, the first baseman, for Red Lion, should be up. He's 1 for 1 today's game with the only run scored. The foul bunt, and we'll do it again. We also want to take this time to thank our sponsors: Nick Lerner, your tech-savvy realtor; Hank Charcuterie, Lawrence's new artisan butcher shop at 19th and Mass; smoking, curling, and preserving locally raised meats; Great Pastrami; Lawrence Recyclery, newly reopened at 924 Delaware, buying, selling, trading, and servicing new and used bikes. And the bunt. Ooh, popped it up. Not exactly what he wanted, Aaron. That'll be the first out in the 4th inning. We also want to thank Airtight Radon Solutions, a local company serving fresh air to the people of Larryville. Owned by Robert Kaufman, original KVKL board member and captain of the inaugural Hobbs champions, the Milton/Murder Inc. Todd Foster's up here, the third baseman for Red Lion, with 1 out and nobody on. Kick, big boot, just foul is the call. Good call there by Alex, our third base umpire. We also want to thank Orchards by Cobblestone Golf Course, home to Lawrence's newest outdoor game, foot golf, with an 18-hole course at the Orchards on Bob Billings Parkway. And finally, we want to thank Body Boutique, building strong women at Lawrence's only female-only workout facility in the Hillcrest Shopping Center at 9th and Iowa. Thank you all for being a part and a sponsor of this wonderful KVKL championship. Of course, we want to thank our title sponsor, Happy Shirt, who's also in the game. The boot high. Chris Ford is under it. He will drop it. A rare miss for Chris Ford, normally sure-handed, and he's hearing it from the crowd, Cougar.
I mean, I will say this, like he had to, Chris Ford had to run a long way from right field to make that play. He called out Jen Narcomi to make that play, and he dropped it, the flat-out drop.
Jen Naromi at second. Paul Peach at first. Huge crowd here on hand for the KVKL championship game, no surprise. Troy Pomeroy, the pitcher, will be up for Red Lion. When all is said and done, we'll probably have close to 400 people watching this KVKL championship game right here at Hobbs Field in beautiful downtown Lawrence, Kansas. One on, 1 out for Red Lion at the top of the 4th. Down 1-3, Troy, the boot. Tough handle, the throw to first. In time. Good call there by Nick Cotton.
It's a good job there, Kayla Schiller at short rover at second base to stick with the ball at the initial bobble and throw it to Paul Peach, for the outs.
That'll bring up Shauna Trebach, who's 0 for 1 in today's game. Todd is on first. And no one was hoping more that she'll get out than Chris Ford, who had his first error of the game 2 kickers earlier. And the pitch taking is Shauna, looking for just the right one. Obviously a very important kick here with Pert Man on second, 2 out, kick. Easy play there for Tyler. He'll make it, that'll be the 3rd out at the top of the 4th. No damage, 1 left on, and the score remains 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 Happy Shirt. The left kicking Mike Phelps will be up. And the kick, beautifully placed kick. Nick Lerner coming and can't make it. Tough play for Nick Lerner there, tech-savvy realtor. And Mike Phelps will get the lead kicker on for Happy Shirt here in the bottom of the 4th.
It was a very savvy kick there by Mike Phelps, going opposite field his left foot, just out of the reach of Nick Lerner.
That'll bring up Kayla Schiller. It's 0 for 1 in today's game, a rover. New pitcher here for Red Lion.
It's Jared Lenz.
Jared Lenz trying to shake things up a bit, perhaps, Red Lion. And that's the kick. They're calling it legal, a little small bunt here. Kayla will be out at first for the first out here in the bottom, 4th inning.
That was still fair. It barely grazed the bottom of her right foot and went into fair territory. Still good because it was able to move over Mike Phelps to second base.
Brianna Kester, second baseman for Happy Shirt, comes up next. She's 0 for 1 in today's game. Someone on second and 1 out.
And for Brianna Kester, this is the 5th championship game appearance in her career.
Bound to the first base side. Lenz tags her out. And Phelps will get on over to 3rd. 2 out. Runner in scoring position for Happy Shirt, and that'll bring up
it's not going to be
Peach.
Paul Peach, another lefty.
He's 0 for 0 in today's game. He of course, is switching up with Mike Urish in the number 11 slot.
Of course, you know that Paul Peach and John Peach are brothers. They're playing for Happy Shirt. John Peach at left field and Paul Peach at first base.
Jared, the pitcher for Red Lion, definitely putting a lot of English on the ball. And the kick in front of the second baseman. Peach on his way to first is in time. The run will score. And Peach will end up at first base.
Yeah, it was a bobble there on the throw. Shauna made a good play going to first base, but Aaron Hensley couldn't handle the throw on the first bounce on the bobble, so Paul is safe at first.
I'll bring up the top of the order for Happy Shirt. Adam Brazel 0 for 2 in today's game.
Adam Brazel already has a championship under his belt. He won it back in 2006 with the Eastsiders.
Kick, easy play there for the 3rd baseman. Adam Brazel cannot be happy with his start in this game. He's now 0 for 3. And that'll be the 3rd out. 1 run added to Happy Shirt's lead, and they now lead 4-1 as we head. Coming up in the top of the 5th inning, Emily Limpick, their rover. She's 0 for 1 in today's game. Looking to get something started here for Red Lion as they are down 4-1 in this championship game. Game is going by fast. Boot to left field. John Peach cannot make the play. Couple of early errors here for the outfielders of Happy Shirt. Once again, the crowd lets them hear it.
You can tell that the crowd is pro Red Lion, as Tyler Joe, the shortstop, is basically, asking the crowd to turn it up.
Coming up next, of course, will be Sarah Weasel, the second baseman, as we have a large, grotesque man in our way. The bunt down on the 3rd baseline is fouled. Sarah Weasel will come up with nobody out and 1 on. Sarah Weasel, their second baseman, she's 0 for 1 in today's game. And the pitch. We also want to mention that the Red Line has been a sporting booster since today's soccer came to Kansas. If you want to see a great soccer atmosphere, one of the great places in Lawrence.
Where do you keep getting these limerita's? You just have like stashes all over.
A little bun out will be Sarah.
Like I have a cooler over
And the
here.
Limerita talk
It's
is
just full of limeritas. I know.
rampant here in Hobbs Park. That'll be the first out here, the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring up.
That catch was made by Andy Dalton, of course, playing with a broken right wrist from the quarterfinal game.
Joey McDonald kicked to right field. Easy play for Chris Ford. 2 on and 1 out. Red Lion got the leadoff runner on. They're trying to do something with it. They just can't seem to keep the ball on the ground. That'll bring up the top of the order, Brandon Massey, in this top of the 5th inning. Red Lion needs to get something going here to build the momentum back in their favor. Yes, you're right, Andy Dalton, of course, playing with a broken right wing. The kick, Steve Harder can't make the play. The throw to second, not in time.
Oh, wow.
Good call there by the umpires, in my opinion.
Boy, that was a close play. I could have gone either way. Steve Harder thought to throw in time into Brian Kester, but Alex Hallman, third base, and Mick Conner, first base, refs thought otherwise. Well, that's a close play to get out Emily Olympic now at second base.
Nick Leonard, Texas Realtor. The kick. John Peach, the throw to third is in time. No. Crowd is not happy with Steve Harder. Or the call, I cannot decide. Well, that'll do it for the threat here in the top of the 1st. Nick Leonard will be the 3rd out, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th with Happy Shirt still leading 4-1. The Kaw Valley Kickball League Championship game on WOW 6. Brought to you by Happy Shirt and these sponsors. Bottom of the 5th inning in this KVKL Championship game right here at Hobbs Field in beautiful downtown Lawrence. What started out with 32 teams is now down to 2. The number 6 seed Red Lion and the number 1 seed Happy Shirt. Red Lion comes in this game with 2 losses. Happy Shirt comes into this game with 0 losses, undefeated for the 3rd year in a row going into the championship game. It's definitely a pro Red Lion crowd here, but they might go home sad as Happy Shirt has looked good, and they are up 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. John Peach coming up. He's 0 for 2 in today's game. This will be the 2nd time he's let off an inning. He let off the 3rd inning as well, looking for a better result. And the kick. Ooh, bobble a little bit, but that 3rd baseman thought he could make the play. And John Peach will be on first with his first hit of the game. Bring up Chris Ford.
Well, much what happened with Steve Harder for Happy Shirt in the 2nd inning. That ball is too hot to handle for Todd Foster. Trying to make the play, went through his hands.
Chris Ford is 2 for 2 in today's game with a run scored. He'll come up with 1 on and nobody out, and he'll want Brandon Massey. The throw to first is in time. Nice play by the catcher, Brandon Massey, to get this first out in the bottom of the 5th inning, but that will move the runner, John Peach, to second base.
And that's exactly what Happy Shirt wants to do, is that even if they get the out, they always, their intent to move the runner over. And so far, they're successfully doing so, getting their runners in scoring position.
That'll bring up Andy Dalton, 1 for 2, the fielder's choice. He'll kick it to right field. Nobody at first to make the play. The throw to the dugout, and John Peach will score in a costly error. Really their first big error of the game for Red Lion. Andy Dalton will be on first base with an RKI, and John Peach will score his first run of the game, making it 5-1. Happy Shirt.
What happened? Aaron Hensley got the ball, but Troy Pomeroy should have done a better job in sprinting over to first base to cover the base. He hesitated, allowing Andy Dalton to reach first base safely.
Tyler Dressel comes up 2 for 2 in today's game, kicked to right field. Trap is called, but the throw to second is bobbled. Oh, another costly error for Red Lion. You cannot give Happy Shirt extra outs, Cougs.
No, you cannot. You go against a team like a Happy Shirt, you give them extra outs or extra life, they're going to make you pay. And so far in this inning, they're making Red Lion pay for those errors.
2 on, 1 out for Steve Harder. He's 2 for 2 in today's game with a couple of RKIs.
And that was a relatively easy play for Shauna Treitbach to make that play, but just came off her fingertips.
Annie Dalton on second, Tyler Drussel, the shortstop, on first, and Steve Harder, the kick. Little blooper behind third base. She'll catch it, roll over on third, I guess what you call it, for the out at third, though. And Andy Dalton will be the second out of this game, and Steve Harder will reach on a fielder's choice.
Yeah, the two previous at-bats, Steve Harder did a great job of smart kicking, go opposite field. That time, not the greatest kick, allowing Emily Olympic to basically get the ball over easily with third base, eventually.
Nicole Culbertson will come up. Runners on first and second, and 2 out. She's 0 for 1 today's game, making the third out in the first inning. And the kick over the second baseman's head. Easy play for the right fielder. And that'll do it for the threat here in the bottom of the fifth. But a little bit of damage was done. Add 1 run on the lead. The score is now 5-1, entering the top of the sixth. Don't go anywhere. Coming up in the sixth, we'll be joined by Commissioner Scott Stewart. Don't go anywhere. Well, welcome to the top of the sixth inning in the KVKL championship game. Jared Linz is up to kick here. We're joined by Scott Stewart, Commissioner. Scott, how has this year been, in your opinion, as Commissioner for KVKL?
Oh, super exciting. Teams just keep getting better and better. It's crazy. Had a few scary weeks where rain kind of encroached, but it's been, overall, it's just been amazing. It gets better and better every year.
Jared bunting. The throw to first, bobbled by Paul Peach, and we'll have our first runner here in the sixth inning as Jared will be on first base. Yeah, talk about the quality of the team. It seems like every year, this year, the competition, and just last year, it seemed like, okay, if you weren't 4 teams, you didn't have a chance. This year, 10, 11, 12 teams had a chance.
Oh, definitely. When I started 6 or 7 years ago, there was maybe a top 4, top 5 that were always there.
Yep.
And then slowly, over the years, expanded 6, 7, 8. Now we have 15 teams that maybe throughout the year you think could be a top 5 team. And in the playoffs, it really showed where teams, we had a few upsets and some close games throughout the year and in the playoffs. It's just, the play just gets better and better. Speed and defense.
Definitely. The quality of KVKL, safely say, has never been as strong as it is now, definitely. Nick Neverby popped out first. That indeed was Aaron Hensley, the first baseman. He will make the second out here in the top of the sixth, with Jared on his way to third and is out. Jared gunning for a little bit of a gamble there, and he'll be thrown out by Tyler Drussel, and that will do it for the top of the sixth. Interesting call there, Cougar.
I understand at that point why he tried second and third, but now I think there's a dispute of whether there was a double kick there by Aaron Hensley. But nevertheless, Jared Linz, he's a very fast runner, very, very fast. But there are times he gets a little questionable with his, decision making, and he tried to go second and third, but Nick caught him, and a great job by Tyler Drussel to get him on the out.
We're going to keep it right here during the break. We got, again, Scott Stewart, Commissioner of KVKL. We're talking to him. Talk a little bit about Happy Sure. What are they able to do every year? How are they able to be in this championship game year after year after year?
They have a consistent lineup year after year, so not only have they been good for a long time, they still get a little bit better. They don't make mistakes. Smart base running, smart defense. You'll see if you watch this game on defense, someone like Tyler at shortstop cutting off balls to be able to make that next throw, just thinking of the next play. They are already thinking of it. They're ready to go. They've been undefeated in multiple years. They've been in the championship multiple times. They have the most experienced players that are at the top 5 athletically also. So you just can't beat that.
Very true. They are talented, and they show it year after year after year. Court Wolfingsmeyer just made to first base. Side note, Court got engaged this summer, so congrats to him.
Congratulations, absolutely.
Kayla Schiller, little bump there to throw to first, is in time. Court, though, will get on to second base, and that'll be the first out in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Another great job there by Kayla Schiller. Again, moving the runner over. Second consecutive time that Kayla Schiller has bunted towards first base line, allowing Court Wolfingsmeyer to get in the scoring position at second base.
That'll bring up Brianna Kester, their second baseman for Happy Sure. She's 0 for 2 in today's game. She'll come 1 on and 1 out. Scott, I want to ask you too, These two teams, I was joking earlier making NHL reference, sort of the original 6.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of exciting to see two old school teams, veteran teams in the championship game.
You know, there is like the league started with 8 teams, and a team like Red Lion, a team like Happy Shirt, which has gone through multiple names throughout the years, just for them to be able to keep their lineups pretty consistent, keep playing at a high level every year, it's just over 13 seasons is pretty remarkable, especially in a fun league like this is, where it's mostly friends. Keep your friend group together, play awesome. It's amazing. It makes an amazing experience.
And like Scott was saying, both teams, all the males, are above 30 years of age. Mike Girish comes up, makes the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kind of a quiet inning there for Happy Shirt. Left 1 on, no runs. And the score still remains 5-1. We're going to head to the 7th inning right here on Channel 6. Stay tuned. It'll be top of the 7th now. Todd Foster will come up for Red Lion. Todd Foster was a very successful high school football player, I'm told. Beautiful kick over Tyler Dressel's head over in shortstop. And Red Lion will have the lead runner on yet again. Let's hope this time they can do something with it. Put up some runs. Troy Pomeroy, the pitcher, will come up. With 1 on, nobody out. Again, both teams, every male is above 30 years of age, and 2 members of Happy Shirt above 40, 1 member of Red Lion above 40. It's really cool to see the veteran teams in a championship game showing their savviness. Troy Pomeroy tries to kick it to the left field line. It's going to be foul, and we'll do it again. 1 on, 1 out.
I just saw Troy doing his usual superstition, doing something you shouldn't do, kids, till you're 21. And that is shotgunning, you know what.
It's kind of the fuel for Red Lion. We don't know what was in there, of course, but we can guesstimate. Troy comes up, the kick. Pop fly should be an easy play for Tyler. He's under it, and he'll make it for the 1st out here in the 7th inning. Red Lion's kind of popping up a lot here, Cougs. You'd like to see them keep it on the ground a lot more here to score some runs and move some runners.
Absolutely. That's the name of the game. You got to keep it in a line drive, to keep it on the ground. I don't know if it's because of the inexperience of the championship game, or in fact they're playing the 3rd game today, or the fatigue, mentally and physical fatigue, is getting right to them.
I'll bring up Shauna Trebach, shortstop for Red Lion. She comes up with 1 on and 1 out. Happy Shirt in their classic defense. Outfielders on the grass.
And Shauna has the lone RKI for the Red Lion, getting the sacrifice fly in the 2nd inning.
The throw to first will get Paul Peach off the bag. They still call him out. And the runner will move to 2nd.
In case people are wondering why that's not interference, but the first baseman can make the play on the bag if it doesn't cause a collision with the first base runner, which it didn't.
Emily Limpick, the rover, will come up with 2 out and 1 on. Again, Red Lion looking to start something. They only have 7 outs left in this game. 7 outs and 4 runs to make up. But that's why in the championship game, is you can come back games like this. The kick up the middle. Tough play for Nicole Culbertson, and she'll get on first. And Todd Foster, your high school football star, will make it to 3rd base with 2 out.
Very good kick there by Emily Limpick to kick it hard, went right into Nikki Culberson's hands, and she was unable to corral it to get the out either towards first or Todd Foster go from 2nd to 3rd.
Sarah Weasel will come up. She's 0 for 2 in today's game. Looking for a huge kick here, Cougar, with runner in scoring position. And the kick to Steve Harder. He makes the easy play, and that'll do it for Red Lion in the top of the 7th inning. We will head to the 7th inning stretch with the score of 5-1. Stay tuned. The Ka Valley Kickball League Championship game on WOW 6, brought to you by Happy Shirt and these sponsors. bunts here in the bottom of the 7th. Adam Brazel trying to bunt again. Unfortunately, he'll be out 0 for 4 in this game as Adam Brazel. That'll bring up John Beach with 1 out and nobody on. Still in the bottom of the 7th inning here. Of course, John Beach will be up. We've got Commissioner Scott Stewart with us as well. Scott, what do you think about the future of KVKL? Where do you see it going?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I really see the competitiveness just keep increasing as more just younger and good athletes come into the league. Maybe in the long-term future, more teams, but we only have so many fields in Lawrence to play on that it kind of makes it hard, especially when this league started as kind of like a downtown restaurant bar league, and so a lot of the people that are in this league are people that have to work, you know, on the weekends. So we can't start the games too early. I mean, we could maybe have more games now, but we don't want to start the games too early because people just have to work. And we want to try to keep it that way, you know, keep it to its originality of bar downtown league, even though it's expanded way past that at this point.
Right, and I mean, so many teams are trying to get into the KVKL too. I mean, it's a huge wait list, and rightfully so. What a great competitive league. Chris Ford comes up, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Happy Shirt. And they'll go down in the 7th. The score still remains 5-1. Red Lion has 6 more outs to get back this game. Let's see if they do it right after these messages. And welcome back to KVKL Kickball on Channel 6. We want to take this time to thank our sponsors, Happy Shirt, our title sponsor. Thank you so much for what you do. We really appreciate everything, and to be able to call this game while you're in the championship game is awesome. For all your shirt needs, head on over to Happy Shirt. We want to thank Nick Lerner, tech-savvy realtor. We also want to thank the Lawrence Recyclery, Airtight Radon Solutions, Orchards by Cobblestone Golf Course, Body Boutique, for when you want that hard-rocking body, Scott Stewart, and Hank Charcuterie. Lawrence's new artisan butcher shop at 19th and Mass.
Follow them on Facebook. Stuff looks good.
Does look very tasty.
You said they make a great salami? I think you said it earlier.
They make a great, yes, I've been told they make a great pastrami.
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 I love pastrami. Oh my
Pastrami.
gosh.
I don't know if that was Ben Hutnick or Joey McDonald that just flew out there. That'll be the first out here in the 8th, and that'll bring on the top of the order Brandon Massey for Red Lion. Brandon is 2 for 3 on today's game, and boy, did the Red Lion need base runners. And, taking on that one here.
I'll tell you one thing, for Red Lion, if you need someone to get on base, it is Brandon Massey. He's one of the fastest runners in the KVKL.
And the kick right up the middle. Tough play there for the pitcher, and will not even be a throw. Great kick there by Brandon.
That's twice in the past 2 innings that the Red Lion kicker has kicked it right at the pitcher. Previous inning was Emily Olympic on Nick Culberson. This time it's Brandon Massey right at the hands of Brianne Kester. And like Nick Culberson, she was able to corral it with her hands.
That'll bring up Nick Lerner, your tech-savvy realtor, and one of the sponsors for today's game. Nick is 2 for 3 in today's game. One on, one out here in the top of the 8th, and when you got a top of the order like this Red Lion Cougar, you need to get something going.
Absolutely, you have to. This is now or never for Red Lion.
Nick Lerner, certainly a KVKL veteran, trying to put that experience to good use right now in this top of the 8th inning, down 4 runs.
It's been 7 years there, Mike. It's been the last championship game appearance back in '07 when they won with Love Garden.
And the bunt, and the throw to first. It's going to be close, and it's a safe. Ooh, we now got Red Lion is in business. Runners on first and second, only 1 out. Now they got the number 3, 4, and 5 kicker coming up in the top of the 8th. Jared Lynn's coming up. He 1 for 3 in today's game.
That time was Kayla Schiller trying to make the play. She tried to throw to Paul Peach, was off the line, allowing Paul Peach to get from the line first base.
Another bunt. The throw to first is in time. Oh, they're calling him safe. Oh!
It looks like he didn't get he missed the bag. And he's like the throw there by Mike Phelps pulled Tyler Druss off the line. So now we got bases loaded, one out.
Bases loaded, one out. Let's see what Happy Shirt does here on defense. They get their center fielder court playing deep. Chris Nevervee, the right fielder and forward kicker for Red Lions, up with one out. John Peach playing pretty deep in left field. Chris Ford playing fairly shallow. But Chris Nevervee is a left-footed kicker, I believe, isn't he?
He is.
And he'll go that way. Paul Peach will make a nice catch at first. Chris Nevervee probably saw that, was looking to go that way. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. Peach had a nice catch at first base.
And much like what happened back in the 6th inning with Todd Foster with bases loaded, unfortunately, Chris Nevervee was able to get the ball in the outfield for the possible sacrifice fly.
And so small things that really add up in KVKL kickball. That'll bring up Aaron Hens, the first baseman. Bases juiced and 2 out. This is why you play the game right here, Cougar. And he will pop it up. Easy play for Chris Ford. And the threat is gone. Huge opportunity for Red Line. Unfortunately, it won't work out for them. They'll score 0 runs there. And the score now remains 5-1. Coming off the bottom of the 8th inning right here on Channel 6. That'll be now the bottom of the 8th inning. Mike Anderson here with Jason Cougar Huang and the commissioner, Scott Stewart. Andy Dalton, Tyler Drussel, and Steve Harder will be up here for Happy Shirt in the bottom of the 8th inning. Andy Dalton has had a huge game, Cougar, going 2 for 3, the fielder's choice, but scoring 2 runs in this game. Even with the broken wing, and another great kick. It'll take a weird bounce for Nick Lerner, but he'll get it in time. And Happy Shirt has the lead runner on yet again this bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, that ball hit just the outer edge of the infield to the outfield, hit that border, and made it a wicked huge hop. Luckily, it did not go over Nick Lerner's head and go further in the outfield, possible extra base for Andy Dalton.
That'll bring up Tyler Drussel, who's 3 for 3 on today's game.
I'll tell you one thing, Andy Dalton playing either on a broken wrist and doing what he does tonight in the championship is absolutely phenomenal. Very gutsy.
Out at first base for Tyler. He's not happy with that effort, but he does advance the runner, Andy Dalton, the second. Scott Stewart, I'm going to turn to you. There are rumors that if one of these teams wins this championship game, they're going to retire. What are your thoughts on that?
I have not heard that, although there's been a joke around the league for a long time that champion would be kicked out of the league. But there's no way we could do that, and I hope that doesn't happen because these are a couple amazing teams, and maybe I could see players retiring as, they're a couple of the maybe older teams in the league, and I could see players retiring, but the team, no way. No way, please no.
Like we say now, we hope no, but I mean, what better way to go out than with a championship undefeated season?
That would be good.
Andy Dalton's at second, 2 out. Jen Narcomi coming up here. 0 for 1 in today's game. The boot, easy play there for Jared, the center fielder, and that will do it for the 8th inning. We will head to the 9th inning with the score 5-1 Happy Shirt, and the last chance for Red Line to get back in this championship game. Well, here we go, Cougar. It is the 9th inning. Red Line comes up down 4 runs. What do you tell your team at this stage, Cougs?
Well, there really isn't much to say if you're Happy Shirt. You've been there, done that. So, and as far as the Red Lion, I mean, just get on base. It's real simple. There's no rah-rah speech that's really going to change the game here because, like I said, they're 2 veteran teams that don't really know extra motivation for a moment like this.
Todd Foster comes up. Tough play for Steve Harder, the third baseman. He can't make it. And Todd Foster, your high school football star, is on first, the very, very important base runner.
I'll tell you what, that was a shocking play that usually Steve Hart would make that play 9 out of 10 times. It went to his left, got through his hands.
That'll bring in the pitcher, Troy Almeroy, 1 for 3 in today's game. This is a huge kick for him, and he will Jump and
just
just
foul.
foul. Boy, a game of inches and just prove it right there.
That's 3 times that Red Lion has tried to kick it towards that third base line, and all rightfully called by Alex Tomlin, the third base umpire, for the Hearst Dundee holes foul. But they've been close.
Top of the 9th here, last chance for Red Lion. Troy Pomeroy is their 7 kicker. If he gets on, they'll have their 8, 9, 10 kicker coming up. And the kick. Nice little push to the shortstop, Todd Russell. He'll throw it to second for an easy play. And we'll get Todd Foster out at second base. Not exactly the kick Troy was looking for. Now we've got 1 out and only 1 on.
And coming up is Sean Trayback. Like I said before, she has the lone RKI for Red Lion with that sacrifice fly in the center field.
Sean Trayback hoping for a base hit here. Red Lion needs 4 runs to keep this game going, this championship game. Otherwise, Happy Shirt will end this season undefeated with a championship. Tries to bunt it, and that'll be just foul. Mike Phelps, the catcher, now playing for the bunt. Ready for it. Nicola Culbertson, by the way, the pitcher, I've been told, is training for a fitness competition.
Oh.
And the pitch to Sean, she's taking. Gotta be real choosy at this point, Cougar.
Absolutely, you gotta be, especially with down to your last 2 outs.
Easy play there for the Happy Shirt. And now we will have 2 out and 1 on. Emily Olympic, the rover, will be up for Red Lion. She is 2 for 3 in today's game, I have. Well, this is it, Cougs. First base is open. What does she do? And it's a bouncer. The throw from Todd, he'll bounce it, and that'll be the game. And sort of anticlimactic fashion, Happy Shirt will win this very, very quick championship game and finally get that monkey off their back and finally win that championship that has eluded them the last 2 years.
This is the third. This is now the 3rd championship for Happy Shirt, which is now officially the most in KVKL history. And it took them over 5 years from their last championship to get the 3rd championship after now their 4th try. Ever since their last year's back in 2009, also their undefeated season. So 3 other times in 2010, 2011, and 2013, they have failed to do so, all of which they were undefeated. And now the proverbial monkey's off the back for Happy Shirt. Now the 3rd championship, a perfect season. Only the 2nd in KVKL history, both of which by Happy Shirt.
Now, the trophy presentation will certainly be soon here, as you can see Happy Shirt celebrating and giving high fives and show the relief. I want to take this time once more to talk about the sponsors that help make this evening possible. And it obviously starts with our title sponsor, Happy Shirt. We want to thank you for being the title sponsor of this KVKL championship game that you actually played in and won. So a double win for you, Happy Shirt. Thank you so much for being our title sponsor. Again, head to Happy Shirt for all your t-shirt needs. We also want to thank our sponsors, Nick Lerner, McGrew Real Estate, your tech-savvy realtor. Hank Charcuterie.
Charcuterie, I don't know. It's French, I don't know.
Lawrence's new artisanal butcher shop at 19th and Mass, smoking, curing, and preserving locally raised meats. Great pastrami. We also want to thank Lawrence Recyclery, newly reopened at 924 Delaware, just down the street here from Hobbs, buying, selling, trading, and servicing new and used bikes. We want a big thank you to Airtight Radon Solutions, a local company serving fresh air to the people of Larryville, owned by Robert Kaufman, original KVKL board member and captain of the inaugural Hobbs champions, the Milton/Murda Inc. We also want to thank Orchards by Cobblestone Golf Course, home to Lawrence's newest outdoor game. It's called Foot Golf, with an 18-hole golf course, or 18-hole foot course at the Orchards on Bob Billings Parkway. Check that out. And finally, we want to thank Body Boutique, Building strong women at Lawrence's only female-only workout facility in the Hillcrest Shopping Center at 9th and Iowa. If you want a strong body, head to Body Boutique. As we're finishing up this game, Red Lions taking their photos, Happy Shirts taking their photos. We close another season of KVKL. Cougar, your final thoughts?
One of the great seasons this has been. Real quickly of note, a topsy-turvy one with the second seed Wildman, upset in the quarterfinals. The 3 and 4 seeds, that is Terrebonne Po Boys, the defending champions, and Love Guard respectively, upset in the second round. So definitely a topsy-turvy tournament with all these upsets. Great season. All the teams are great, but when it's all said, that despite all these upsets, only one team comes out that's Happy Shirt, winning their 3rd championship, unprecedented 3rd championship with the most in KVKL history. And it's a great time to, for our 4th broadcast here, Mike Anderson. Had a great time doing so, and I love it, and I'm glad we're bringing more attention and a limelight for the Cal Valley kickball. It's a great league we have in this town.
Well, we did it again, folks. Started with 32 teams, now down to 1. Happy Shirt. Congratulations to them in an undefeated season. You can see them holding the trophy there. Well, for myself, Mike Anderson, and Jason Cougar Huang, thank you again for watching KVKL right here on Channel 6. We'll see you next year.